Ladies and gentlemen, we'll start a trial on whether environmental conservation or development should be prioritized. Are you both sides ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ready for defense, Your Honor.
Will the clerk please swear in the jury?
Will the jury please stand and raise your right hand? Do each of you swear that you will fairly try the case before this court and that you will return a true verdict according to the evidence and the instructions of the court, so help you God? Please say, I do.
I do.
You may be seated.
Your Honor and ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the defendant has been charged with the crime of ecosystem destruction. The evidence I present will prove to you that the defendant is guilty as charged.
Your Honor and ladies and gentlemen of the jury, under the law, my client is presumed innocent until proven guilty. Ecosystem development should be considered more important than environmental protection. And if conservation precedes development, the enormous benefits of ecosystem development will not be available. Therefore, my client is not guilty.
The prosecution may call its first witness.
We need to protect the environment in order to preserve the ecosystem. First, development inevitably results in environmental destruction, and once the environment is destroyed, it is difficult or even impossible to recover. The worst wildfire in history in the fall of 2019 created high temperature phenomena and dry land due to climate change caused by human indiscriminate development, burning 10 million hectares of dry land by the spring of 2020 and 5 million animals. Due to the deaths of many plants and people, the Australian, who learned of the importance of forests, proceeded with reforestation work again. They provided shelter for lost animals and plants, sought out ways to deal with wildfires, and strived to provide shelter to animals in many ways. However, Dr. Quammen, the national park manager and botanist, said it would take 500 to 1,000 years for the forest to return to a perfect state. If the ecosystem is destroyed that much, it will take too long to recover.
And second, ecosystem destruction spreads infectious diseases. Destroying ecosystem causes a climate crisis. And now, the problems we are facing, infectious diseases like COVID-19 are being found to have increased due to the climate crisis. This can be divided into two cases, a vector infection and a waterborne infection. Infectious diseases refers to an infectious disease caused by an individual, such as a mosquito that transfers a virus, and waterborne infection refers to a case in which an abnormal climate occurs and a mutation in an infectious disease occurs. There are infectious diseases caused by the climate crisis, but also infectious diseases produced in factories developed by destroying the environment. Itai disease can be an example. Itai disease occurred in Japan, causing human bones to soften dew. The cause was a substance called cadmium emitted from the mining industry. Metallic substances such as cadmium contained in wastewater exported from mining plants caused Itai disease, and about 70 people were killed by the disease.
Ecosystem development should be considered more important than environmental protection. First, human life is more important than preserving the environment. Ecosystem development is said to cause environmental pollution and destruction, to disrupt human health and socio-economics, but it is not actually the truth. Studies have found that economic development has increased human lifespan and happiness index. Instead of preserving the environment, it is efficient to carry out developments that help economic growth and improve the quality of life of people.
Second, if conservation precedes development, the enormous benefits of ecosystem development will not be available. Of course, if the resources of the ecosystem around us are not developed by conserving them, the ecosystem will be protected, but it is not very useful for human life. By analogy, the resources of an ecosystem are like pencil. Writing with a pencil may cause it to be fray or to break. However, it is foolish if you have a pencil and to prevent it from fraying or breaking, you put more effort into protecting it than writing with it. Ecosystem development also needs to be preserved in this way, but I don't think it's the right choice to precede development before conservation. Currently, the value of hidden underground resources that are not exposed to Amazon alone is said is to reach 7.2 billion. If the value of the underground resources hidden in Amazon is this level, we cannot imagine the value of other resources in the Amazon and the value of marine resources, underground resources, and biological resources in the world that are not yet used. It will be tremendous and it will bring many benefits to us.
Well, but the environment...
Please remain silent. Does the offense have any question?
I have no further questions.
Does the defense have any question?
Yes, Your Honor.
You are free to ask.
The actions required to preserve an environment are minor, such as planting trees or in separating and disposing garbage, which we still follow. I suspect that the continued destructions of the ecosystem, despite our good protection, means that our efforts are useless. And I would like to see more specific examples of efforts that can be made to preserve the environment otherwise.
Environment, please defend yourselves.
I don't think our efforts are in vain just because the environment continues to be destroyed, despite the fact that we are following ways to conserve ecosystems. However, it can be said that the effort is still insufficient. Informing many people of the seriousness of ecosystem destruction and practicing conservation instead of development will have a better impact than it does now. We can also contribute by planting trees, reducing the use of disposable items, and separating and collecting them as mentioned earlier. What the nation can do is to join environmental international treaties with other countries and make the people interested in environmental issues.
Thank you. Are you ready for the closing statements?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Your Honor, we need to protect the environment in order to preserve the ecosystem. If the environment is destroyed, it takes too much time to recover. And if the environment is destroyed, there will be major consequences.
Your Honor, we need to develop ecosystems rather than protect ecosystems. Human life is more important than protect the environment, and the enormous benefits of the ecosystem will be developed.
Your Honor, based on the evidence, you must find the defendant guilty.
Your Honor, there is a reasonable doubt, and therefore you must find them not guilty.
Team development is found. Not guilty. Oh, I can accept this.
Don't refuse. It's a small sincerity. This is to ask for your cooperation in this trial.
Oh, but I...
You don't have to feel guilty, Your Honor. You won't regret. So please check and let us finish this conversation,
Well, that's quite a lot.
You know what to do. Till we meet again.
According to the OECD, in the 2060s, the number of premature deaths from exposure to fine dust and ozone in Korea will reach 1,109 per million people. The plastic waste problem has only gotten worse over time. According to the 2016 World Economic Forum, the ratio of plastic waste on seawater fish will increase from 1 to 5 in 2014 to 1 to 1 by 2050.